Welcome back to Java Space. In this video we are going to talk about the first advice, which is before advice. So in one of the previous videos I mentioned that every advice is associated with a point cut, and we know that a point cut determines join points and thus enable us to control where an advice code should run. So Spring AOP only supports method execution join points for Spring Beans. So you can think of a point cut as matching the execution of methods on Spring Beans. So a point cut declaration has two parts: a signature comprising a name and any parameters, and a point cut expression that determines exactly which method executions we are interested in intercepting. So in the at aspect J annotation style of AOP, a point cut signature is provided by a regular method definition, and the point cut expression is indicated by using the @pointCut annotation, which then becomes the method serving as the point cut signature. So in this video we are going to talk about a before advice. So without much wasting time, I'm just going to dive into the code. Already in the previous videos we saw how you can enable support for aspect J, and also we saw how you can create an aspect. So now we are creating a before advice. So as you can see, as I said, that each advice is associated with a point cut expression, and this point cut expression is basically determining or specifying where this particular logic or code would be applied. So in this case we are interested in the method find level quiz inside quiz controller. This is the method we are intercepting, and this method must accept integer as a parameter. As we can see, it accepts integer as a parameter. So if we were to put a wrong parameter type there, it will not find it. So it is very important to make sure that your point cut expression would match your desired place of interest, which is where you want to intercept method execution. So as you can see, we have this execution, and the return type is the return type, we don't care about the return type. We also don't care about the modifier, whether this is public or private, public or protected or package private. And we actually want to make sure that the parameter for this method is an integer. Let's say we were not really interested in all these details. So what we would normally do here, we would say we could put star, which means this method must just take one parameter, and that's it. If we do star a dot, it means 0 or more parameters. So this method would still match the point cut expression. So basically what we are doing here, we are saying before executing this method, log this on the log. So I'm just gonna run this code, and I'm going to try to call that method to see if it will do the interception. What is going on here? I'm not sure why this is doing this. Let me try to run it again. connection refused. Did I try to change the connection details here? I don't think so, because I'm using, oh my goodness. So what I need to do probably is to change the profile here. Yeah, I'm not running in prod, so I can just remove this profile for now, so it will take the test. All right, that should be fine. So as you can see, the console is empty, so I'm going to intercept that method, which is this call here. So I'm just gonna make a call. Let's see if the console, we got something. As you can see, method called. So that means we were able to intercept the execution of this method. So I'm just gonna remove this and put and put star, which means just one parameter. So you can see what would happen. I'm just gonna run the code again. It should still give us the method meshed. So I'm just gonna put int here, so we can see what is going to happen. Because remember, this method here receives an integer, but I've put an int here. So let me call again. As you can see, this time around there was no interception. So that means with Spring AOP, int and integer, there is no auto boxing or unboxing. Doesn't regard them as doesn't even perform what we call promotion in Java language, or auto boxing or unboxing. The parameter must match exactly. Another thing that I can do here is I can do something like this. I can remove all this code here, and I can do this. Can I put a star here? So what this means is that I don't really care what is here, which package this method resides in. And it should still be able to find this point guard expression should be able to match. Let's see. I'm just gonna come here, so you can see it matched. So it all depends on what you want to achieve at the end of the day. You can, this is flexible. You can do pretty much anything you want to do. I'm just going to show you another thing that you can do here. Let me just put one parameter here. You can also replace this with this. You can replace this with this. You can replace this with this, and you can run this quiz. So you see, what we are doing here is we don't really care about the name, but this pattern must follow exactly like this. So that means we have this package, then in this another package, then the class, then the method name. It must reside in this in the package that eventually make up this order. So if I come here, I should pretty much get the same result. As you can see, I'm getting the same result. You can also prefix. You can also do something like this, put a star here, in which case you're saying the method name should start with find level, then whatever that continues, you don't really care, but it must start with this word. So if I run this code, I should still be able to get the same result. As you can see, the method is called. So yeah, that's pretty much what you can be able to do. Well, there is a lot of things you can do here. I may not be able to touch all of them. Okay, let's say that you were interested in getting the parameter. All right, so let's say that you see that this endpoint I'm calling here, I'm passing an ID. Let's say that we're also interested in getting the obtaining that value, that ID that is being passed, which is level ID. We want to also get it in this aspect. So for now, let's just run this code just to ensure that everything is still in place. I'm just going to run the code. Then after running the code, I'm just gonna call this to make sure that I hit that aspect advice. Sorry. So let's go back to the IDE. We can see the method is called. So I'm just gonna just append here ID because I'm lazy. So I'm expecting now to also log this ID. So let me execute that query again. Sorry, I hit that endpoint. We see now one is coming through. So let's put 101. Oh, sorry. Let's put 110. Okay, it's fine. Right, let's see if we were able to play 110 here, as you can see. So it means we are able to intercept this method here. So there is a lot you can do with this aspect J language, which Spring also uses in their own AOP. I think in one of the previous videos I actually shared a couple of point card expressions that we were all looking at together. So I will advise you to go through a couple of them, practice as much as you can, so you can have a good understanding of building your own aspects. So in the next video we are going to build the second advice, which is after returning advice. So this time we did before advice.